What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend After Show. Now, who is Josh's soup fairy, and is there another love interest, y'all? Stay tuned to find out.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Who's the new guy? I don't trust him.
Hey,
What's his
what?
purpose going to be? Who's this new character? I mean, he's such a character.
I really like this.
Such a smart song.
I love this. And in between the ratings and all that good stuff. But what happened, y'all?
We got picked up for a season. Wait, that was
Yes, good one.
yes.
This is
Sorry.
it.
No, I was saying because like when they say it's season by season, I mean it's almost fall. I'm like, wait, why are they going
Right.
back in time?
No, this is such a perfect time for it to come out because they came back and they're going for a third season. I'm so excited. We'll talk more about it as we go along, move along with the show. But everyone, welcome to the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend After Show. After the mid-season break, we are back once again. Always, folks, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I'm not here alone. We have the full panel over here to my left. We have Miss Briana Phipps.
Hi guys, welcome back. 2017.
Woo! Happy New Year!
You guys can find me at bphipps14 on Twitter and Instagram, bphipps1214 on Snapchat.
Right, and over there, further next to my left over here, we have Miss Trene Todd.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Trene. I'm happy to be back. I am so excited. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at your girl, Trene.
And right next to Trene, what rhymes with Trene?
Renee. Hey guys, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel and check out my blog, catslipstickla.com. I just did a new blog post, What Happens When You Like Someone.
Your stuff always ties
need
into
to,
the show.
like-
Right?
You need to get like Becca reading your
I
blog.
know, on the show. Please.
Definitely. She needs some help.
I'll just call her after.
She might not need as much help as Josh might later on this episode. We'll talk more about that once we get there. But we have to cover two episodes, guys. Did you guys see this coming? I didn't think it was going to be two.
No.
Until I
did
saw
not
the
see that
Instagram
coming.
like last week.
Renee didn't even know it was 2 until today.
No, I was like, oh, because what happened is I started watching episode 9, and I was like, whoa, I didn't see any of this, and then I freaked out and like, did I miss last week? And I texted Bree. No, it's just they did 2 episodes in one night.
2 episodes, 2-hour premiere after the mid-season break, which was nice to see.
I mean, I think it's
know?
just they just want to get, because this is a shorter season, that they
Right.
want to try to end it before February.
Right.
Because February is when all the other shows are coming back.
Right.
How could they do this to us?
I know.
do this to us. But okay, let's talk a little bit about the renewal before we hop on in, because we just had a song there that basically was satire to what just happened a couple days ago when they found out they got renewed. And a lot of people are saying, why is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend getting renewed? Because the ratings are so low.
Yeah.
The ratings may be low, but it's critically acclaimed by all the critics that are out there, and the CW president stood up for what he said he did by bringing it back. Isn't that
I mean,
pretty crazy?
it's such a smart show, and I just don't think enough people, like, even it's not on their radar or they're turned off to it because it's a musical, that they don't even,
Right.
like, they would like it if they watched it. They're just not tuning in because for whatever reason they think they're not going to.
Well, and because I feel like people don't watch TV, but it's not even, I think that they need to give it a chance because it's not like it's your, like, normal, usual musical.
It's not,
Like,
definitely
It
not.
does all sorts of.
yeah, it's super relatable. So, guys, go ahead and watch that.
That's
For the
right.
people that aren't.
It's such a funny show. Like, when I was watching these episodes, there were multiple times of me just laughing out loud, alone in my room. It's so good, and I agree. I just don't think enough people have given it a chance, have tried to watch
Right.
it, because it's so smart, it's so funny, and the storyline is so interesting, and it keeps getting better. They don't like deal with the same old storyline that gets like boring and old. They don't drag it out. There's new things thrown at us all the time, and I love that.
Left and right, always something new. The writers are great with this whole show. Now, the CW president had to back himself up and say, why would I get rid of a critically acclaimed show?
Right.
Although the ratings aren't great yet, this is a show that still needs a chance because it's that good. And so for him to say that in a huge, like, corporate American network type situation, that just speaks wonders and, like, words because of how we can bring it back to, say, the art of making TV, the art of acting or whatnot. So he's giving it that chance, and he really wants people to check it out.
And maybe people will be more inclined to watch it, like even on Netflix and stuff, now that the seasons are going to be shorter, because
Right.
I know a lot of people just don't even want to dedicate themselves to a 22, 24
Right.
episode season of the show.
True.
Right. Like, I need to, like, get back on The Walking Dead, and there's just so much to go with that.
I feel like the show is super relatable to not just to millennials, but people that are in this generation that are also, you know, dealing with certain situations that have occurred in the show that I feel like are relatable to every age group.
They bring real topics to life that don't get talked about all the time.
I completely agree.
Which we definitely said that these things were going to happen right before break happened. And the first scene that comes out of season 2, episode 8, who's Josh's soup berry? Was that Scott did what, y'all?
He cheated.
I did not
knew it.
think it was going to come up this
That
fast.
was my...
Within 2 minutes.
I called it.
I was thinking some, at least a few episodes. Oh my gosh.
Well, I thought that would be, kind of the end of the season cliffhanger type of thing.
Yeah.
One of the things would be, and he cheated. What's going to happen with him and Paula? Wait till next season. And I was not expecting it to be, the first thing that they do.
I know.
So the night that he went and walked out because she missed his little flapper performance. He went to the bar.
She said something like that.
But because I know he said he was going to get drinks with that guy, but then when he told her he cheated on her, he said we went to get drinks after work. So it might have been a different night. I don't know how much time has passed since that night.
Time to get it in.
No wonder it was so cordial. Time to get it in. No wonder it was so cordial when he was packing lunch with a half salami and the slices of bread and stuff like that.
And she was trying to still be I'm sorry I missed your thing. Look what a great dad. You can make your own sandwich. It's so great.
But that's why it seems like not a lot of time had passed. Maybe the next day or something. Because
or a week or something. It's fresh. It seemed fresh, right?
Even a week. I mean, she was still apologizing for this. I feel like that would have happened the day after, or at least 2 days after. I don't even know if a week passed.
Right.
But maybe.
I feel like it was a short time.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it was a short time, and it happened, and he said it. Kudos for him for just putting it out there. Yeah. Not kudos that he did the situation.
At least he's not continuing it or anything. He did it once and he's apologizing.
What did we tell you about Tanya? I mean,
Tanya.
I felt it.
She's thirsty.
I felt it.
She's thirsty. She's a
She wanted that. What she said? She wanted that high 7 note.
I wonder if she's going to come back into play. We're going to see her, if Paula's going to confront her at all.
Will they work together? I'm sure Tanya will be back. They work together. Paula comes in ever.
Oh, yeah. Watch out for that. But I mean, he's in the doghouse because Paula was not having it right away.
Oh, my God. She was.
Right away.
This is not your
You do not live here anymore. I was like, whoa.
Right.
I know.
She's not even willing to talk it out. She doesn't want to hear his side of she's just get the hell out of my house.
It was quick, right?
Yeah, because that's a deal breaker for some people.
Yeah.
Cheating on I'm assuming they've been together for 20 plus years, maybe.
2 kids, right?
And you cheated.
I don't think that I could ever make up my mind what I would do in that situation until I was in that situation.
Yeah, it's much different when you're married. They say till death do us part, until, there's so many things that happen in marriage. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they can get some therapy, maybe.
Something. I feel like they're going to be able to work it out. We'll talk about that in predictions. But, I mean, Paula wasn't having it there. She wasn't having it at work because her ice was gone.
Oh,
okay. You know what I mean? And that one kid.
I love that it was what's-his-face that took the ice.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too hard to put it back together.
Here, you want it? It's cool. I'll just fill the trays with ice, carry them back to the freezer, put them in, and then wait 3 to 4 hours till it freezes to make my mocha. Oh my God.
Don't you just hate that when you have to wait for the ice?
I hate that.
I was spoiled growing up. I had one of those automatic ice makers in the freezer.
I had the ice makers too, but sometimes you wanted the ice that were shaped in stars or dinosaurs or things like that.
I never wanted that.
You never wanted that?
I never cared enough to be like,
Renee,
no.
Let me bring some next week. You're gonna like it.
Oh, you're gonna bring some ice?
Star ice.
Bring some drinks.
Ice.
You know what I mean?
Ice next
and some drinks. Dinosaur-shaped ice. We'll just move
on.
Let's move on. IKEA has really good ones. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
No sponsor, no plug. Okay, so as we were saying, so she breaks down and she goes into the conference room. Mrs. Hernandez, did you expect her voice to be like that?
No.
I don't think I ever even thought about what her voice would be.
I didn't even expect her to ever talk.
Were you guys surprised when she just blurted out like...
I love the fact, though, that they had her talk until Paula left the room, and then it was back to nothing.
Yeah.
And I love that they didn't just be like, oh, you can talk. I like that she was like, wait, what? You can talk this whole time. I talk all the time. What? You're just so wrapped up. It's like, oh, maybe it's just because we're from Rebecca's perspective, and that's why we never see her
That's
talk.
what I love. But that's the thing. I love that about this show because they did the same thing with Heather's parents of like, you live with your parents, like that whole thing. So I love that they also did that with her. I thought that was
They
so
just
funny.
popped it up. She was like, you just weren't paying attention to me
Yeah.
when I was trying to talk. Because you never pay attention to anybody but yourself. Hence, you think that this situation is about you.
Oh my God, it was so awkward when Paul was crying. I know what this is about. It's about me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
And you know, we always think that Rebecca has wins at the end of the situation
That was
sometimes where she's like so
total-
much better. And it's just brought it back and
That was a
detracted.
total Becca moment to just
Total
be
Becca
like,
moment.
about
Exactly.
me.
It's about me, right?
everything's about me.
I wonder if they're gonna go back and forth and she's gonna talk like this like throughout the rest of the seasons or whatnot.
I feel
Oh,
like
Miss-
she'll only pipe up to talk randomly. Like we won't hear her talk for another like season or two.
Yes.
Another
yes.
season or two? Oh, I don't know.
I feel like I don't feel like they're gonna just like have her all of a sudden talking all the time now.
It's gonna be the finale episode. She's gonna have a whole song to herself watch.
That would be
My
hilarious.
God, I can't wait.
Just as like George's song we'll talk about later on too. George's snippet of his song. But so now that Rebecca realizes that the situation is not about her and Paula, it's about Paula's situation with Scott, we move to another scene and we see Paula kind of going crazy at home, trying to figure everything out because now it's just her and the kids.
The Hunger Games.
Well, the Hunger Games, exactly. And one kid is gone. Brendan is like out around the
off.
country somewhere, like he usually does.
Stole the mom's money.
Her kids are crazy.
He's on the Greyhound.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to see like what
was he
happened
doing?
during their childhood.
Oh my gosh, guys, the Barnes and Noble.
The Barnes and Nobles incident with
That's
Tommy.
my favorite part.
Come on.
But he was in Barnes and Noble weekend. That killed me.
He had so much fun.
Yes.
At least he was happy. What magazines was he looking at though?
Oh, that was hilarious.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, so Paula's supposed to go to a field trip for law school.
In Sacktown.
In Sacktown, that's where you're from, right?
Yeah, I'm from Sacramento.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
She's gonna go to the state's capital. You know what I mean? Get her learn
I don't know.
law.
When I went to Sacramento, because I'm from North too, but we went to Sacramento for a field trip to go to Fort Sutter.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only thing I can associate
That's
Sacramento
funny.
with.
Yeah.
I've never been to Sacramento.
Historical.
I've driven through Sacramento. I don't think I've stayed there. Chilling.
All my Sacktown
They have a
people,
spaghetti
leave
factory.
some comments
They have a
below.
spaghetti factory?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I love spaghetti.
Sorry, off topic.
God.
Up north has all the random factories. The Jelly Belly factory is there.
It's it factory.
The Hershey factory.
get to try
Good
spaghetti?
times. Good times. Good times.
No, you don't get to try spaghetti.
Well,
sounds lots of fun.
speaking of food or whatnot, I think, we like to keep all of this free here for you guys to listen all the time to. So we have to thank our
Well,
sponsors.
and
all the
not
time,
only
right?
that, but these are services that many people on this show could handle. Much like Scott, much like Becca when she's making lunch for Tommy with
Right.
the banana rolled up in the tortilla.
I know. I could use this.
She
I
could
totally
use
this though.
some Blue Apron.
Ah, okay.
Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient recipe delivery service in the country.
Ooh.
It's
In the country?
In the country.
Where have I been?
It makes it accessible for you to cook food at home. It's fresh food. It's meals that maybe you wouldn't have tried before, and it's just easy. They bring it right to your door in a box. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to do anything. Everything's already laid out for you. This
Dang.
is what you
That's
need for this
easy.
meal.
Yeah.
Paula totally needed this episode.
It's already had a huge impact on the community. It's established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the United States. So it's giving a lot of jobs to a lot of local fresh produce and meat farmers. So that's great for all of us. And it can be delivered to 99% of the continental U.S. and 99.5% of food deserts. And because Blue Apron ships the exact amount of each ingredient required for a recipe, they are reducing food waste. So that's all
Dang.
great.
That's
Wow.
really
Yeah,
good.
that sounds awesome. I can't cook, so maybe I need that.
This is your next blog topic, right?
And it helps families. It helps people, that maybe one person cooks in the family and one person doesn't know how or neither know how. This can help you guys kind of do something together, help you bond as a family.
Or a single
Yeah.
parent.
Or a single parent.
Right.
It has some featured upcoming meals. If you were to get this box within the next few weeks, we have spicy shrimp and Korean rice cakes with cabbage,
What?
pork chops and garlic piccata with scallion rice and spinach, and mushroom and chipotle pepper enchiladas with lime sour cream.
Wow, imagine just telling someone like that's what's for dinner. Like, I would impress so many people. Like, I made it.
Date night.
I need this. In my life.
And it's affordable. It's less than $10 per person per meal.
Oh, what?
Are you serious?
So think of that when you're going out to eat and spending $30 on just yourself.
I just did that.
It delivers seasonal recipes. It's pre-portioned, so you're not overeating. And it's all home cooked, so it's good for you. It gives you variety. It's flexible. You can choose each recipe you want for the week. They give you a variety of different recipes to look at. So like they might have 6 or 7 or 8 recipes, and if you're doing the 3 recipe thing, you can pick which of those you want for your 3 that get delivered that week.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah.
It's also, you can pick which day it gets delivered. So if you have a crazy work schedule and you're only home on Thursdays, you can choose Thursday to be the day they deliver your food box. And it's guaranteed Blue Apron's freshness. Guaranteed premise is that every ingredient in your delivery arrives ready to cook, or they'll make it right.
Oh.
Dang. I like that.
I'm all for people that are like, if it's messed up, I will fix it for you, and you don't have to worry about it.
Same.
So, guys, if you check out this week's menu, you can get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/buzz.
Hey.
You'll feel how good it feels to taste and to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/buzz. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Okay.
Free food. Yeah.
Snaps to that. Snaps to that. That's dope.
That.
Now I'm hungry.
I mean, this is the perfect time.
So is Tommy, so don't worry.
So is Tommy. So is Paula. Paula's losing her mind. And Rebecca comes in. Can Rebecca even cook? So this would have been a good way for her to bring it.
The only thing I've seen Rebecca and any of them eat is either at a restaurant or donuts.
Right. Or boba.
Yeah.
Boba's not eating.
You're chewing tapioca. Okay.
And in this episode, they're eating cup of noodles.
Couple noodles. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, hey, college food, right?
And Tommy's lunch was a banana wrapped in tortilla with a piece of cake and some paper and milk.
I mean,
that
Delicious.
sounds like my breakfast.
she tried. I mean, Blue Apron can definitely do more than that.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is the perfect time because Rebecca was trying to help out Paula. She was like, just go, I'll take care of Tommy for 48 hours. How hard is it to actually keep a human alive for 48 hours?
Well, considering that she's almost not kept herself alive for
Right.
48
I
hours.
know, she can barely take care of herself.
I was like, you don't even know this
Now
kid.
there's a child.
This kid's too much. I mean, we this is the first time we really saw Tommy in his light, right? And we always hear the crazy stories about him and Brendan. We've seen Brendan's talked a little bit. This is the most Tommy's ever talked,
but
right?
he's not like that different from a kid his age. Like, he's pretty much what I thought he would be. Maybe like some things were a little over the
Right.
top.
A little bit, but I mean,
But he's pretty normal, and I love that they showed, like, comparing him, this normal kid, to, like, Becca, and he's like, do you always talk like that? Like, I found that hilarious.
And he's with the stories or the lectures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
but if you think about it, Rebecca could be the best babysitter in the world if you were to have her as a babysitter.
But the thing is that she doesn't think in the mindset of a babysitter. Like when she gives him money for the
Right.
candy,
$100 bill.
and then when he says this is $100, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and gives him more.
I know.
Hence why she would be the best babysitter
Right.
in the world.
Okay, for the
So
kid.
Or when she was explaining to him what a douche was.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, well, that's what my mom calls my dad.
I love that they referenced that again, though. I love seeing Heather on the sign. I thought that was so great.
I love that Heather's getting all famous everywhere in all the local shops and everything like that.
I loved the song though that spawned out of her taking care of Tommy.
Yes, the maternity song, maternal song. Maternal song.
I just loved the radio portion of it. Rebecca, even though you've never had kids, you're such a perfect person. I know.
It was Bruno Mars.
It was
so
Bruno Mars 24K, and they had podcasts featured in that as well too. I
They
feel like that
did.
was us, and she just didn't want to tell us.
It was so nice of her to make that reference.
Wasn't
Thank
it?
you. Thanks for the shout out.
I
really appreciate it.
I felt like that was us. You
It
know what I
was.
mean? Like we were that lady, like in different
the
types
different
and different
types.
forms.
I just like imagined us like off camera, like the rest of us like off camera, like
Right.
one of us, and then there's obviously
And even them having the live reads and the live reads being specific to Rebecca's life.
See. You
But
see
my
that?
favorite part is just the girls diving under her shirt at the end to I'm assuming
Yeah.
breastfeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I put that
Oh,
in
that
here.
was really funny too.
I totally put that in here. I was like,
So many funny moments in that.
Breast-
I just feel like all Rachel, I just think that she's just sitting there being like, what can I get away with?
Right.
Like, how far can I push the boundaries to get away
So
with it.
funny.
Oh, and she's pushed quite a lot. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because I was actually over winter break. I listened to in the first season. The CD came out. Each track has a commentary
Yep.
after the track. So when you listen to her talking about the tracks, like these versions that we're seeing that are sometimes pushing the boundaries are like 10 edits from what they originally were.
Can you imagine if she put an
my.
uncensored, mixtape out?
No, I want that to happen.
hilarious.
I want that to happen so bad. Like they were talking about Daryl's song about his daughter.
Yeah.
Daddy's little girl, and they changed it because it wasn't Daryl, but the original song was very like pedophilic.
I can't. It was,
was
already
already-
weird.
Yeah, it was already very pedophilic, but this was like way, way worse. And everybody like apparently loved the song, and I'm like, you need to
Okay.
put out all these original tracks.
Yes,
I
I,
just
want
wanna
to hear
hear
the
it.
originals so badly.
I just want to hear it. But
We have a
so
P.O. box.
Send
Send it over.
Send it
If you
over.
just want to, Rich, if you just want to send us that little track, we'll listen to it.
Digital links are good too. You could DM us. Feel free to DM
Yeah,
us.
slide into my DMs.
Yes, there you
That's
go.
fine.
So the whole Tommy situation, they go to the store, gives a couple $100 for candy and some other stuff that he gets later on as well too. But they also see Mr. Josh Chan.
She runs into her ex like, oh my god, her
Okay.
asking advice from this little kid.
So funny.
She
I'm
just
not
needs to
gonna say
get.
hi.
She just needed
With her
to get
fanny pack.
right.
I love her fanny pack and her half sneakers.
Or her,
My mom used to have a pair of
her
those.
Skechers half sneakers.
With her
Mom
khaki,
clothes.
with her khaki like non-full pants. Oh, what are they called? Capris. Or whatever.
Capris, yeah.
Those were definitely mom clothes.
Yep.
Super cute. Now, not on her. but so she runs into Josh or whatnot. He's a little sick, and she comes up with the idea afterwards after she hugs him and does all that stuff, and you see little crazy Bex come back again a little bit.
You see the ticking.
You see
in
the
her
ticking
head.
in her head, exactly. She decides, you know what, I'm going to send soup to him because any friend would send soup to their friend, you know what I mean? That's fine. Let me send the soup with this crazy note.
That's crazy.
You
And
know?
it worked
Crazy,
out
no.
for her.
It
So,
did work out
yeah, it
for
worked
her.
out for her for the fact that he
She's
couldn't
like
read the note.
nurturing.
No.
That was sweet.
But also, he
It
didn't
was.
read the note.
they
couldn't
didn't
read
read
the
the note, but in the end.
But I'm saying that might have worked out for her for not reading the note.
Right.
Yeah.
It may have, but you know what? Like, I was like, okay, ladies, let's take notes. Do something nice for your crush. You want to do something good for him?
Yeah.
Send him some soup.
Yeah.
When he's sick.
I love the fact she's like, there's no matzo balls in that.
Yeah.
It's weird. I've just never heard of chicken soup without matzo balls.
So viewers, I'm a little sick at the moment, a little sniffly. My P.O. box number is in Postmates, anything's good too. But so she sends that, the note's messed up, so she doesn't know who it is, or he doesn't know who the soup bearer is, soup fairy
fairy.
is. But post it on Instagram because obviously he thinks
It's his girlfriend.
it must be Brittany
Of
Snow.
course.
It must be
Who
Brittany
was
Snow.
My
Already-
caring, nurturing, loving, eyebrow-picking girlfriend.
Right.
Right.
You
She
know.
was like already displaying some negative traits in the beginning.
Yeah, she was like disinterested.
Yeah.
I mean,
Super.
the guy had like sniffles and she wouldn't even like touch him. Like, I'm like, he's
Yeah.
not even that sick.
Not gonna do
I know.
No, because she was like, "Where am I in the San Gabe's Valley? Like, what is this?"
Yeah, she
Sad
did.
games,
She
y'all.
seemed so uninterested when they were like getting donuts together.
Yeah.
She's like, "Wow, we've already been dating for a month and I've never been here."
That face, that was perfect.
Well, apparently, if she was dating Renee, things would have gone differently. Renee would have called her out.
I would have been like, "Yo, girl, it's been a month."
Like, how many times did Josh visit her?
Every time, and they
Yeah.
probably hang out all the time.
Yeah, Silver Lake
And she makes
Special
way more
Shops.
money than him. Like,
she
he
just
doesn't have
doesn't
he doesn't
know.
have money to be driving back and forth.
I feel like she was just like brag about her job, like, oh, I actually have to do the Teen Choice Awards eyebrows or whatever she said.
Teen Choice Sports.
Something-
Yeah.
something like that.
It's very LA though.
Very
Super
much
She's
LA.
like,
so.
"Oh, like I can't, like I just have this event. It's really important, but you know, maybe
We'll try.
I'll try."
Right. Yeah, whatever. But I mean, sponsored events are always cool, right, guys? You gotta admit, anytime you go to an event like that where it's just like open bar, having a good
Oh,
time,
yeah.
good music, you know what I mean? Bomb. But I
Then
mean,
bring him with you or something. Like,
well, it was his event.
yeah,
you
but
know?
obviously she had this planned before his event showed up. Like, she didn't mention it being like, hey, would you want to come with me? Would you want to be my date to the Teen Kids Choice Award? Like, no.
It's Brittany Snow. I don't know how else to describe. It's Brittany Snow.
His
Like,
blonde face.
But yeah,
Not all blondes are bad.
we're not gonna describe it. It's okay. So that situation happened, and now when Rebecca finds out, like, oh, he doesn't know who gave the soup. I am not letting her steal my thunder.
I mean, the logical thing to do,
Right.
of course, when he posts a photo that
Right.
says somebody else gave it to him, is to take the child you're babysitting
To a club and give
with
him
a fake ID. Because that makes the most sense.
Oh, yeah.
Manual.
But and he's 27, and I'm loving the bouncer. He's like, I just want to be a stunt man, so just do whatever you want. Go ahead.
And even later in the bathroom,
Right.
like, well, when they said someone was having sex in the bathroom, I was going to come kick him out. But now that I see it's you two, I'll just watch.
So we all need to go to a club in West Covina, is what they're telling us right
Yeah.
now. And if we have any underage friends or cousins, we should bring them as well, too, because that's the place to go.
I also love that they brought the spiders possessive, non-possessive.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can find
exactly.
Soju?
Spiders.
She's like, soju?
And she was psyched.
Like soju.
Okay, Hitler. Like, she,
I loved that.
Have you guys tried soju before?
no.
Soju is a creeper. Just letting you guys know if you ever try it. It creeps
So
up
don't
on
drink a
you
lot of
and it
it.
tastes just like regular juice. No. So you keep on drinking and drinking and drinking. You're like, I'm totally fine. Then all of a sudden, it's like 20 minutes later, you're like, what just
So it's like
happened?
jungle juice. It creeps
jungle
Yeah,
up
I
on
was
you.
thinking that.
It's like jungle juice. It's
So
maybe
like a
worse.
shot of it?
Yeah.
Is,
Do you
is
think
it
that-
actually like a shot?
Yeah, you
Will
can take it as a drink or a shot.
Do
yeah.
we think that Tommy had some?
Did he take a few shots?
don't
Hopefully
know.
He had
not.
a picture with it, didn't
He
he?
did. I don't know if he took a few shots of soju. He was just having a good time. I think he's a smart kid. I'm gonna say
think
that.
he's a smart
I
kid,
think he's a
too.
smart kid because he got to Uber himself home.
He's not
later
that
on.
smart. Look at all of his friends, all the old men commenting on
Okay.
his
Oh
Instagram.
my god, the fact that they even made that joke, I thought that was so funny, but like, oh my
What was he
gosh.
saying?
this
Yeah,
show.
But this is okay. I know we don't have a lot of time, and I'm going to wrap it up real fast. But I have a friend who has a daughter who had an Instagram without her knowing, and she was under the age of what you're supposed to be, like 12 or whatever it is. And some celebrity that she really likes, and it wasn't the real celebrity because she didn't know how to search for the real celebrity.
Catfish.
Like said, like, oh, like if you're my fan, like text me. And like we can talk and whatever, and so she texted this number that they posted and like was talking to this person and like didn't tell him her address, but told him her name and like that she lived in Los Angeles
Oh, no.
and everything. And then my friend found out about it and like freaked out. Now that was my first thought when I saw the Tommy thing. I'm like, all of these kids were raising, like we don't know how to raise a kid under social
in this
media.
day and age, yeah, with the social media.
Like it was scary enough probably when we were kids with
Right.
just people
Right?
picking you up on the side of the street.
But now it's like, don't DM any strangers on Instagram. Don't reply to
See?
anyone on Twitter.
so like that was
Started
when
off
Tommy
with MySpace.
when Tommy was talking about that. That's all I could think of. I'm like, these guys are probably trying to talk to him and come get him.
See, the thing is, when we grew up, it wasn't as instantaneous as before. You know what I mean? We had to go on like there were different things.
had to
MySpace,
log
chat room, all this
in.
other stuff.
Well,
log in
and I was, I don't know,
you know what
about
I
you
mean?
guys. I was like 13 and stuff when AIM was like a big deal.
Yeah, AIM was huge, but like this is still super more instant. You know what I mean? Snapchat
Yeah.
made this. You know what I mean? Instagram
I
made this.
know.
Right.
You can talk to any stranger
Yeah, not
so
fun.
easily. It takes 2 seconds.
So I thought that was good that they brought that up because that is a very
That
serious
is very
issue.
good.
and so scary.
But then what happens? He gets lost in the club because Rebecca
He
gets
got lost.
too
He
crazy.
was not getting lost. He was trying to get away.
Right. I guess. But so, and Rebecca can't find him in the midst of trying to get away from Brittany Snow. I always forget her character's name. I'm sorry. But she's gone now, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Oh, Anna.
Anna.
Because Rebecca was like, what's her name? Hannah? And then she's like, oh yeah, I only looked at like the appropriate amount of photos of
3.
you guys. Let's just say 3. Let's just say 3.
I really did think that they were gonna like have a run in and her say like Madge and Josh be like Madge.
And it could have. That's the thing. They could have gone that far, but they didn't. I'm glad they didn't, actually.
Yeah.
Because then it would have just been a little too much. But she doesn't even stay that long because what happens, Josh's whole reveal of what he was doing at the party was revealed
Nail
in a
mom.
very huge way.
oh.
He was discovered, y'all,
I
at a local mall.
didn't understand the such disgust with it. Like I could see being like, oh, that's embarrassing, but like to be so disgusted that you like break up with the guy,
I
like
think it's
But-
like a image thing for her. definitely.
I
Probably
think
so.
because she's like the super LA type,
Yeah.
and like they're really trying to play it up with her, like going all these events. She's like, oh, a mall model, like
Yeah.
this will be funny, because she's like that girl. And then as
Yeah.
soon as she sees her boyfriend do it, she's so embarrassed and disgusted. She's like, I cannot. be
And
with you.
I'm so mad that they play these mall models like that, where they're just like the creepy, weird, like delusional characters
Oh my
that
God,
will
when
never
the
be a model,
zipper-
but we just need them to be
when
on
the
their own
zipper
way.
shorts and the zipper sleeves came off, I was like,
It was so Zoolander.
So listen,
So funny.
With the face, or
I
he's
feel
doing
like I
the
might have
different
had-
facial expressions.
I feel like I might have had a tracksuit like that once in my
Oh
lifetime,
gosh.
Oh no.
where I must have been able to zip a whole bunch of stuff just to make
My
a whole.
boyfriend,
I had that
my
too.
boyfriend has a zipper
Come on.
sweater jacket thing that zips the sleeves zip completely off, so it becomes a hoodie vest, and
Hey.
I hate that.
Oh my god.
We
I'm
are
so
the,
making
it's like we
fun
are the
for
boys
that.
in motion.
We are the boys in motion.
That's
we
what
give
Josh
you
and
our
That's me.
devotion, boys. We are the boys in motion.
I forgot that song existed.
That was total. That would totally be like a whole calendar outfit for the Boys in Motion. Like they
Yes.
would each have different colored ones for different months and whatnot.
That was cool at one point though. Remember when your pants could be pants, capris, and shorts?
Yeah.
The three
And your
layers.
shirts could be long sleeve, half sleeve
See,
Cool.
early.
I was really cool as a child.
See, early
Had a lot of
2000s.
I don't know. I wore leggings and turtlenecks.
Right.
I know.
But that was at the early 2000s,
That's still
right?
hip. That's cool right
Come
now.
on.
I own turtlenecks.
And leggings,
Turtlenecks
right?
and leggings.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're cool.
Anyways, besides our fashion mishaps, sorry.
News to me.
Besides the fashion situation,
No, I'm getting Renee for birthday.
right? Exactly. But we have Josh, who finally realizes later on who gave the soup to him. Because I just want to move ahead a little bit because we still have to do
Another
episode 9. But the soup situation, he found out who it was, and then goes into this R&B pop musical situation that he was doing as far as a music video. Say it, Brie.
I will not say it.
One more time.
Come on, Bree. Come on. One,
Just
two,
once.
3.
I'm so sorry to our listeners who listen to the podcast. You're probably like skipping through now. Skipping through.
It was great.
That was great. Trene was laughing like crazy,
it
like
was
falling off
so
the chair.
Josh.
The best part of the entire thing, though, for me, was definitely her choosing Paula.
Yes.
Yes.
Because she
Snaps for
realizes
that.
like that was that's the growing Rebecca moment. There.
Love that.
A super fast, and then this ended without having her to retract at all. It just kind of just ended. She said, "Josh, you wait. I have to stay here with Paula." By the way, they did find Tommy, and you guys watched it. They did find Tommy.
He took an
was
Uber
safe and
back.
sound. He took an Uber back. He was good. And Rebecca revealed that, yeah, I lost Tommy for a little bit, and she said it's okay because I lost him in a Barnes and Noble for a whole weekend.
I lost him in a mall for a whole weekend.
There you
He
go.
was staying in Barnes and Noble.
There
Like,
we
I
go.
liked, it was nice seeing her finally, like, own up to herself.
Right.
Be a
Yeah.
good friend and not lie.
Right.
That's a
Perfect.
growing
Clap-
moment
clap it up.
for Rebecca.
Clap it up for
For
Rebecca.
one
yes.
episode,
One episode.
and then go back.
One episode. I mean, she was crazy in a good way this next episode, though. Towards the end, she was a little bit more crazy in another way. We'll talk about that. But this next episode, let's just get into it really
love
quick.
this
Come on,
episode.
guys. It is, so season 2, episode 9, When Do I Get to Spend Time with Josh? And I thought this is all going to be about Josh the whole time. I saw I saw the caption. I'm like, this is
Well, the
going to be
beginning
her.
was.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean,
You
like,
guys
more
go
and
be in
more.
love.
I thought that was
He's
going to be
been
the whole
standing
episode.
outside the house for 3 days peeing in my plants.
Right. So Josh and her basically end up getting back together. You know what I mean? Paul's like, do it. Just be with him and be in your love bubble. And they were in the love bubble for a little bit. You know what I mean? It was nice to see. They were going to go to Raging Waters. But then something happened at the White Feather Firm.
Because she has a job.
yeah,
I love
mean,
that
you
they.
know,
Because,
she could do her job anywhere.
no, she can't. Why does everybody else have to go to work, but she gets to go to Raging Waters and it's not a big deal? That
Because
she's
her
skipping
IQ is
She
like up here.
always gets to skip out on work.
I'd be so mad if I was her coworker. I'd be like, this
Right?
bitch gets to go everywhere all the time, and I'm here 60 hours a week.
When he calls
Getting less
37
money.
times, she's like, "Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's okay. Whatever."
But let's be real. She could be there for 2 days out of the week and she would get more work done than anybody else.
True.
I love that.
I would still be
know.
mad if I was her coworker.
Oh,
You know.
totally.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So imagine how much bigger that company could be if she was there
And that's
full
true.
time.
If she was a partner in that situation, which is what really should have happened, Mr. Daryl Whitefeather. But you decided because you had some financial
poor
obligations
Daryl.
that you wanted to sell your firm.
But Daryl is so sweet.
Come on.
Like I could totally see him not even thinking that that was going to end badly.
Oh,
Like,
no. He had
he's
no
just like,
idea.
I need some money. We'll be equal partners. We'll
Right.
both be bosses. It's all going to be good.
Yeah.
Optimistic
No.
Daryl.
That just goes to show you, how smart the other lawyer was. His name was Nathan
Douchebag.
Plunton?
I loved him.
Nathan Douchebag.
Nathaniel
Nathaniel.
Plunton, something like that.
And you called it. She was gonna meet someone at work.
Oh my gosh, their dynamic is my new favorite. I think
Yeah?
it's hysterical when she was chasing him with the pen.
What? Exactly.
And the
What?
flying squirrel move.
I love
it's
that.
so funny. Their dynamic is so fun. Because she finally, this is the first time we've seen someone challenge Rebecca.
Right, who's
which
at
I love.
her equal level.
She
At her level.
Well, I love that fact too that like she could quit, but then he could do whatever he wants with any of her friends, and so
And
But
that's
that-
why she's staying.
And that just goes to show you how amazing Rebecca is, because right off the bat, even though she's in this love bubble with Josh at the moment, she really had to draw back and say, there's other people's lives on the line at the moment. So right now, I'm sorry, honey, we can't go to Raging Waters. We're gonna have to pause on that.
really
Right.
wanted Heather to like pop the love bubble. Like I thought that's what's gonna happen. Like she was gonna be like, you got a phone call, and like her be like, we're in our love bubble, we can't hear anything. Well, now it's popped. You got a phone call.
I would have loved that as well.
That could be on the editing room floor. I would totally see them writing that in somewhere. But the love bubble did get popped because she had to save the rest of the firm, because he has a date. He said
8 a.m. on
Friday to get $250,000 in new account money
Or he's firing what,
for 4 or 5 people.
4 or 5 people.
That's terrible.
And you know the redhead one was in it, Paula.
Yeah, what did he call her? The redhead
mom
something.
Dang, I forgot. I'm not gonna.
But I like it's. And she dresses as like daddy issues and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, she's taking a and then he just fires right off the bat.
I know.
Cutthroat.
Yeah.
Water polo cutthroat.
Done.
His picture of him just like so great.
So she went to Princeton and he went to Stanford.
She went to Harvard.
Harvard. Okay, there you go. And he went to Stanford and was on the water polo team. And then basically we have offices switching over to different areas. He gets Daryl Whitefeather's office.
And Daryl gets her office, and she gets a cubicle.
She gets a cubicle right next to Paula, which is cool, I guess. Totally fine, I guess. But she gets moved along the way. I just want to mention George's really quick situation here. George gets fired, right? Pretty instantaneously in a situation. And he's like, everyone's trying to remember his name, Glenn,
Yeah, no
something, whatever, George. And he has this little song. I was like, they're giving him a full song. He's like, no one's
you
gonna.
had to know they weren't giving him a
I
full
swear,
song.
I thought they were
they
giving the full
were.
song.
No, I literally knew. I was like, this is gonna cut him off.
No idea. When he was like, no, interrupt. And I was like, did my buffering stop?
I didn't know how they were gonna do it, but I was like, either
Great.
someone's gonna interrupt him, like, or they're gonna cut to commercial, like something. They're not giving him a full song.
The buffering
way.
stopped.
Poor
And
George.
you know what my commercial was on my laptop for CW? Was the Facebook Live stuff. So it went 3, 2, 1. I thought they were going to bring it back, and it was the Facebook Live commercial. I'm like, they really cut this dude's song off. Like that. You knew I did, and I was totally like, okay.
This episode had like not a lot of songs though.
No, it didn't.
It had like
that
that
we
short
played-
cutoff song and the short cutoff song that we played in the beginning.
Yeah, and the little reprise that they had for being back in love, and she was back in her sparkly dress eating pretzels.
Yeah, but they didn't really sing.
No, I guess
just the
it was
music.
more of just like dancing and walking around and stuff. That's true. But the first song that we had on was from this episode. And I just like the innuendos in between and the satire between them getting possibly not renewed, and all of a sudden they got renewed. And it was a perfect time to put this on and announce they got renewed because they get the season 3 like we mentioned earlier. But in this whole situation, it becomes Daryl versus Nathaniel versus Josh and Nathaniel. Kind of.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
Nathaniel obviously doesn't like Josh and thinks very little of him.
Yeah.
And I hate
love
that this is
that.
how they brought it about, but I like that Becca is starting to like realize that Josh is like not on her level of smartness, like 'cause she
Right.
never even realized that before. Which it is true. That's gonna be something they're gonna have to work on if they're gonna have a relationship. Is like the fact that he's very childlike.
He's
Yeah.
so basic. Like,
And she's
there's
childlike.
nothing
She's
exciting
childlike
about
in
him.
some aspects, but not in like book
No.
smarts. And he's childlike in
But
everything.
he has a good heart,
everything.
guys.
No, I know, but I'm saying,
And
you know,
Nathaniel's
if you're
not
with someone
all
and
that
you're
great.
much
He's
higher on the intellect.
narcissistic.
I'm not
See?
trying to seem mean, but like if you're
No.
much higher on the intellectual scale than like your partner, and you have to always be explaining what you're talking about to them, it's gonna start getting annoying.
Yeah, and like, what do you even talk about with Josh? Really? Like, there's no deep conversation you can have.
That's why
with
they weren't talking.
That's why they're not talking. But that's why I love at the table when you. What was she hearing him say? Like, I love when she says to Nathaniel, like, you had me hearing Josh say doop de doop, and he's like, I think that's a little big for his vocabulary.
No, or he's all like,
So
or he was
sad.
just like, does he say more than that, or something like that? It was something along
It was
those
so
lines.
funny.
But yeah,
So
he was
sad.
really mean to him.
Yeah, I can't. And it really got in her head about that whole situation. So she really had to concentrate on the bigger project. Once again, was to make sure that she got that $250,000 into the firm. But it was the struggles with that because the whole.
I think it's a little though much for like. They can't spend all the time together. Like she's gonna have work. He's gonna have work. Like you have to be okay with like canceling plans sometimes.
It's a second honeymoon phase where he was like he just wanted Rebecca the whole time. Or
that's the problem with Josh. Is like Josh always just wants what he wants, and he doesn't care whatever what happens in the outside world that he can't have it.
We saw him later on though, and he kind of brought it back and was like,
yeah, but he was
you
still
have to
upset.
save your friends. Oh yeah, it's Josh.
Josh, he was literally single for like 5 minutes.
He's like,
I'm still not defending him all the way. I'm just saying.
He was dumb. He was like, then who gave me the soup? I better find her.
Wait, question.
Oh, what? But she's crazy. Next time she's crazy, I'll probably still just jump back off the train. Oh, that's cool.
I have a question though. Bring it back really quick. Did I miss this? What happened to Valencia?
No. She wasn't in these episodes.
Like at all though?
In either episode, wasn't in it at all.
Yeah, like why?
Wait. We can get to predictions. Let's finish up the episode.
Why? Okay, we'll come back to that. But that just got to my head. I was like, okay. And then, anyways. All right, so as we move along into the situation, Rebecca has to find a way to get the $250K. And she really has to dig deep. Literally dig deep.
No, she doesn't have to dig deep. Paula has to dig deep.
Okay.
She stood up on the top.
Paula has to dig deep.
Again, having Paula do everything.
Right.
That scene,
she's
cracked
back.
me up.
Okay. She was like, 2 skulls.
Yeah.
2 collarbones. 2 legs.
The
And
security
the
guard.
security guard, y'all.
That was hysterical. Paula tried to get out.
And she was like,
She
whoop.
couldn't.
It was Patton Oswalt was the security guard.
So
They were
good.
digging for bones. That's so
good.
funny.
For the firm, but let's back it up for the people who maybe haven't watched it or just listening to our podcast. They had to dig for this because the whole way to basically bring this new client into their firm was to make sure that their client could expand land,
their golf course
further onto the cemetery, which was legally basically
Burying
burying
bodies on top of each other,
bodies.
so they don't have to take
Exactly. And Rebecca, smart Rebecca, once again, in between this honeymoon vacation type situation.
Except for that
thought
would
about it
never
really
hold
quick.
up in court. Like, oh, I dug up bodies on my own without it.
It's TV. I mean, you know.
Nobody has to know.
Also, I was trying to think how that would even be a thing because the gravestones. So wouldn't they know already if someone else was being buried the same spot?
Depends on. Well, no, there have been cemeteries that have done it. It's like if it's been a really long time and like everyone's family has died from this one person,
They take out the grave and then bury another.
they just take the headstone
What?
and they like. There's been cemeteries that have been found guilty of this, and then like it's people from like hundreds of years ago, and then they just put a new headstone up and bury it, and that person's like identity is lost.
See?
Right.
That's
Cremation.
so sad.
Right. Nonetheless, though, they got the job
Yeah,
done.
I'm out with the cremation.
Okay. Nonetheless, though, they get the job done. Although Paula gets stuck and she gets blackmailed and going on a date with a security guard,
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt, which we see later on, which was hilarious with the situation, and they had to drive back to try to basically
Look
save
at me
the
while
day.
you touch it.
Ugh.
Tell me what it feels like.
It's a sea urchin. Okay. Like,
Yeah, it has spiky things when he runs.
it's a sea urchin.
He goes from like sexual predator to like 5-year-old.
Yeah.
That's an issue right there. But so they go back to the firm and was like, "Oh, you don't have to fire anyone. This is what I got." He just wants the numbers and he wants a deal.
But he doesn't. And the thing is that Becca has it lined up, but she doesn't have the money.
It's done. It's not there. So she's like, "No, people are going to be getting fired," and then she goes crazy and she goes squirrel on him. Literally squirrel on him. Are you ladies ever going to try this move?
No.
Like, if you ever had to defend yourself, like.
With a pen?
No, it was this. Remember this too? Like,
I don't think there'd be any situation, hopefully, that would warrant me jumping on someone like that.
I mean, come on. But I do like that when the two guys did come in to try to get the deal put together, and Paula was like, he has bad peanut allergies, and that's an EpiPen that he's about to get stabbed with right now.
It was smart.
Very smart.
That was a good
But
save.
luckily, they gave them money.
Right. And all was good with the situation.
For now.
Mm-hmm.
But that even gave like a little bit of a, like, once again, a calming human nature to Nathaniel, where he was like, everyone's fine now. That's all I need. So all you need to do to keep him happy is make sure that we're bringing money into the situation.
Yeah, because he's
You
not a
know, that's
monster.
all he
He's a
wants.
businessman.
Right.
Well, he's kind of a monster.
He is a monster.
A hot monster.
Eh? But then, okay.
Oh, I couldn't.
Come
with
on.
This ending.
Okay, Josh And Rebecca,
so weird.
Josh was like, "It's okay. I know. I get it. You have to save your friends. Blah blah blah." And they're about to do the business and have a good time and make
About
up
to
with
do
everything.
the
You know what I mean?
business.
And like literally signed, sealed, and delivered. And she was like, "I have a plan. You want to do a role play?
Oh my god.
Okay. And why don't you run while I'm chasing you with a pen?" When that happened,
No.
I'm like,
No, why don't you run away like I'm like gonna kill
you. Like, why? Like, and I'm like, see,
Red
this is-
flags.
That's when it gets weird.
Come on, why?
Yeah, if someone ever says let's roleplay like I'm gonna kill you, like get out
Just
of
like
that.
run away like I'm
Right.
actually gonna murder
And
you.
the fact
Does that sound hot?
Get out of that relationship. It's not gonna work
It's a
out.
little toxic.
But
crazy.
The fact that she, like, that's just, slamming it over to, "Hey, Nathaniel, I think you're cute." You know what I mean? Could be.
I don't know if I really want them to be together though.
There's your
Oh,
love
I
interest.
like them together.
Rebecca
It's
always
just another
does this.
toxic thing.
No, I'm into
doesn't
him
know
because
what
I
she
think he's
You're just into him because he's hot and tall.
no, and also because like yeah, duh, but also because he challenges her. Like I like their banter. I think it's funny.
So let's get into predictions. I want to know what you guys think is going to happen with that situation and that relationship. And where's Valencia? I want to know what you think because I think you have something.
I do.
Predictions. Okay, who wants to start it off? Because I want to know what y'all think.
Go ahead.
I think I think that Valencia maybe got a boy toy.
And that's why she's not
Because
there?
that's why that's why maybe because I think that for the next episode for Valencia not to be like, oh my god, you're back with Josh and annoyed or jealous by it, which I don't think she will be. I think she's gonna have like a new boy. I don't know. And I also think that this Nathaniel and Rebecca are gonna have like this tension, this banter, whatever, and then I think she's gonna end up cheating on Josh at some point, and then maybe they'll like brush past it and she'll stay with Josh, but I think that's gonna happen in the finale. They're gonna like
Of course, they're gonna have hot, steamy boardroom sex. No, I'm just kidding. But it's not gonna be like what Rebecca thinks it's gonna be. It's just gonna be sex. It's not gonna be,
Love
a
like
forever
Josh. It'd be like
love
bad in
with
bed.
Josh. No, it's just like she's still gonna be that desperate, lonely girl if she does this. If she sleeps with him, she just needs to leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
My things are one instantly when her and Josh, even when she just started like flirting again with Josh, I was just like, wait, what about Valencia? What about your friend? Like that was my immediate first thought. So I do think that when Valencia comes back, there's going to be some sort of, even if it's a little fight that they get over, I do think there's going to be address the issue of like, you're back with him. What about like girl power? What about us teaming up
Peeing.
against him?
Right.
What about this and this and that? What about everything you told me? So I definitely think that's going to come into play. I don't know if it'll be next episode or like a couple episodes. And I don't know what the reasoning for her being gone would be. Maybe she's just working. Maybe she was on a yoga
retreat.
retreat
On the tour.
or something. Obviously, they're setting up this whole love kind of triangle thing again with Nathaniel and Josh, which I don't think Josh, in the end, like I've always like never been a fan of Josh and Becca together. I don't think they're right for each other. I don't think that they'll ever have a full relationship that'll be lasting. Just they're two different people. Like their similarities aren't things that can get them through tough times. And he's always going to walk out during the tough times. He's not going to deal with them. So I don't think that they are a good couple together. I think that they're only a honeymoon phase couple and not withstanding couple. But I also don't think Nathaniel's right for her. And I think that anything that she has with him is going to be in the moment. And then, if she does have sex with him, like, it's going to be like hate sex, like, and then like hate herself afterwards and just be mad at herself. And like acting like a little teenage girl and trying to avoid like contact with him at work and stuff and like running away and hiding in the bathroom or something.
She would do that.
Spot on.
Okay. All right. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm a sucker for romance, and I just would like the happily ever after with Josh and Rebecca, which I've said all the time. Yeah.
Me and Renee
yeah.
made the same face.
Yeah. I said it. I said it. I still kind of want it to happen. I feel like Trene might want it to happen as well, too.
Greg's gonna come back.
Ooh.
Season finale.
Ooh.
Please.
No,
Like,
they
it's a Christmas break.
already told us that they weren't coming back. He wasn't going to be back for season 2, but maybe for season
season 3.
Maybe.
He'll probably come back for season 3. But so I feel like they're gonna end up together, even if we don't want them to end up being together at the end. Josh and Rachel. But we'll just see
Rachel.
what that happens. I mean, Josh and Rebecca. We'll see if that happens. I'm getting character names mixed up with real names now. But I do think Nathaniel's gonna be this huge threat within the last couple episodes of the season, which isn't a lot, by the way,
Isn't
guys.
a lot. That's why I was trying to
Three
think. Like,
more
crazy.
episodes.
I feel like he's gonna play into these 3 episodes or whatnot.
Josh is
I think
gonna
so
get
too.
the
Yeah.
job
That's
at
why.
White Feather.
Hence the song. Why do we need a new guy this far into the season?
Right?
he'd
I
be
love
like,
that.
babe, I can spend more time with you if I get a job at your place to be like the
Right.
He'll be
water
like,
boy.
babe, I'm the water cooler guy now. And I got these brand new flip flops. They're so great.
I can't.
Josh.
I'm still rooting for you, Josh. Don't
Oh
let
my
these.
God.
Don't let them. No, you're gonna be
Go
okay.
home, Josh.
You're gonna be okay.
In order for it to work between them, Josh has to, become either book smart or do something.
He needs to
that's
grow.
gonna make him.
I
just
think he's gonna
better.
step up. I think he's gonna
I don't
step
think
up
Josh will
somewhere
like
around
I
the
don't think he'll
situation.
step up either.
You know, I have faith in you, Josh.
Oh,
Well,
I
you
have
can
faith
have a
in you.
relationship with Josh then.
So
don't have expectations.
my-
You're just gonna get let
my
down.
team Josh people, I have faith. It's gonna happen. Let's see what happens whenever the finale ends up happening.
Her and Greg will end up together.
But I mean,
Probably not, but I
the argument will forever continue until the situation happens.
Yeah.
Pointing fingers, things like that. But I mean, that's all the predictions I kind of have for that situation. But I also do think that Scott and Paula are going to get back together. They're going to get back together, and I'm excited because we heard that there's a really big episode for him next.
They're gonna do
10th?
20th.
The 20th. Okay,
They're gonna go marriage counseling. That's my prediction.
so I think it's going to work
It's
out.
marriage counseling.
I think it's going to work out for them. Not much of a prediction, but there you go. There's just too much going on, guys. 2 episodes. 2 episodes. And we did it. We did it, guys.
did
Hope you
it.
guys followed along with the 2 episodes. I know that was a lot. But it's just a fun show, and I'm just really happy for them. Congratulations for season 3. That's going to be coming up. You guys are renewed. CW president is behind you. Got your back. You're going to be all good. We have your back. The viewers have your back as well, too. Once again, y'all, it's your boy, Nino. Thank you for tuning in. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And ladies, where can they find you?
You can find me at bphipps14 on Instagram and Twitter, bphipps12 on Snapchat, 1214 on Snapchat, and also on my show on Popcorn Talk Network called Broadway Breakdown, which is every Sunday at 3 p.m. We talk Sound of Music today.
Boom.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at your girl Trene, and leave us your comments, like your predictions. Are you Team Nathaniel or are you Team Josh? Let us know.
Or Team Greg.
Or Team Greg. Hey guys, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel, and check out my blog catslipstickla.com and read what happens when you like someone.
There you go. Nathaniel, slide into her DMs. All right, guys, we'll catch you next week. I'll at you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.